Hey guys, what's up? And today we are going to be doing percentages. So let's start off with our first example. 12% of 120. So of course this is only one way out of many different ways that they could give you a percentage question. But this is the way we're going to do it, and we're going to show you. So we're going to write down our percent and numbers. Trust me, this looks really hard, but it's actually really simple and easy to do. So let's put down for our numbers 120, since this is one of our numbers that we're going to have. So 120. So now our percent of 120 would be 100, since that is the full number. And now we need to figure out 12%. So let me show you what I call a little bridge, or the bridge swings. So we're going to multiply 12 by 120, and once we do that, we are going to divide by 100, since that is our percentage. Okay, so 12 multiplied by 12, we're just going to leave out the 0 for right now, so it'll make it a lot more simple. So 12 by 12, so let's start out with this number 2. So 2 by 2 is equal to 4, 2 by 1 is equal to 2. So now we are going to write down a 0, representing that this is starting off in the tens place. Now it's a 1, so we can just write down 12, since it's going to be that number. So now if we sum them together, your answer will be 144. Since 4 plus 0 is 4, 2 plus 2 is 4, and 1 plus 0 is 1. So now we have our number 144. Since we forgot about this 0 right here, we need to add in the 0 right here for our final product. So now we have to write down 100 to divide by. So since these two have zeros, we can cross out this 0 and this 0. So now this 0 will also count as a decimal. So we currently have a decimal here, which is representing that there is no decimal currently. But now we have to move on to make a decimal. And now we've made a decimal, so now our answer will be 14.4. So now your answer is 14.4, so that means 12% of 120 is 14.4. Okay, so now let's look at another example. How much is 7% of 10% of 200?
Scary.
So we have to figure out what 10% of 200 is first off. So our number will be 200, and then our percent of that will be 100, since 100 is the percentage of 200. So now we have to figure out what 10% of it is. So as you remember, we have to multiply it, and then once we've done that, we have to divide it. So let's start off with that. 10 times 200 is equal to 2,000, since we're adding on an extra 0. Now we have to divide that by 100. Okay, so since there's 2 zeros here and 2 zeros here, we can just X these 2 zeros out. The answer will be 20. So now you have your answer, 20. So 10% of 200 is 20. So now that we have that in mind, let's move on to our next question. Our next one, which is what is 7% of, in this case, 20. So let's move on to what 7% of, in this case, 20 is. So we need to write down our number, which is 20. That will be 100%. And we need to figure out what 7% is. So as you remember, we just need to do 7 times 20 and then divide by 100. Okay, so first 7 times 20, 7 times 2, 14. We add in a 0 since there is a 0 on 20. So 114 and then divide it by 100. Okay, so I know it's the Leaning Tower of Pisa, right? Yeah. So 140 divided by 100. So since there's 2 zeros, we can just X out this. This 0 will count as a decimal, so the decimal is currently right here. And we move it over right here. So the answer will be 1.4. So 7% of 20 is 1.4. So as you can see, 1.4 is 7% of 10% of 200. So it might have sounded scary, but it's actually not that bad in the end. So this is a really easy way to do percentages, and thank you guys so much for watching.